child's pose, the inner upper thighs are in contact with the low ribs. If you need to make some adjustments there, do so, especially if you have a back issue or if you're pregnant. This is where you set your intention for your class. So your intention should be something that's meaningful to you, something that benefits you. Sometimes at the end of the day, when we finally have some time to ourselves, the mind can be very heavy with a lot of thoughts from the day, or scattered, maybe a little bit chaotic or overwhelmed. So this is also a really great place to take a couple of cleansing breaths if you need them, in the nose and out the mouth, so that you can release some of that tension and that stress. It's a choice. You don't have to think about all of that stuff. You can actually just come right into the moment. You'll be better off for it, and you can do this anytime. It's particularly great when we're starting to feel a little bit overwhelmed. And if the body is physically tired or feeling a little bit hyperactive, you can also focus into the moment by connecting to your breath. And it's recommended that you take what is called parallel breaths, so that you're breathing evenly, but adding the Ujjayi style to it. So the parallel breaths always during yoga, inhaling and exhaling for the same length of time, but using specifically for power style yoga or vinyasa style yoga, Ujjayi breath, breath that you can feel and breath that you can also hear. And once you've got that rhythmic pattern of breathing evenly in and out going, and the Ujjayi breath starts to kick in and you start to feel how it's very powerful, it's called the victorious or the conqueror's breath. This is a really great place to set your intention from, so that you are completely present, that your intention can be released with the best intentions and motivations. And then return to the breath, and we'll take 2 more breaths here. And at the bottom of your exhale, taking your low belly in, up, and back, on your next inhale, you're going to rise up onto all fours. Go ahead and bring your knees underneath your hips and bring your wrists underneath your shoulders. Spread your fingers open wide. You can choose to keep the tops of your feet down, or you may want to tuck your toes forward. Feel what's right for you at this moment. Take an inhale breath from tail to crown. And on the exhale breath, we're going to tuck the tail and start rounding the back towards the sky. This is cat pose. On the inhale, lifting from the chin and chest, spine goes toward the mat, tail up last. This is cow pose. And then round your back, coming into your cat. So we're moving the spine in a way that articulates the spine from the bottom to the top, and from the top to the bottom. You can make circular motions with your hips, go in both directions. You can thread the needle, taking one arm underneath the other, opening up all through the side body, and your shoulder and your neck. Do both sides, mirror and match your sides. You may want to pull your cows into upward facing dogs, or round your back so deep in your cat that you come up on your fingertips. A few more rounds of cat cows. And then neutralizing your spine, spread your fingers open wide, tuck your toes forward, and take a deep inhale to the upper back. Fill the space in between your shoulder blades. And then on the exhale, lift the seat up and back into down dog. And move your feet back an inch or two away from your hands, parallel and hip distance your feet. Strengthen your arms, strengthen your legs, pull in your low belly, and then we're going to walk that dog. Bending alternate knees. Take a little bit of hang time in each of your heels. You can lift one leg and drop the heel toward the opposite buttock, open up into the hip all through the side body. Roll out the ankle, go in both directions. You can turn both your feet to the left and drop your hips down to the right and vice versa, moving side to side, waking up your IT band. So whatever feels good. And if you want to flip your dog, you can flip your dog right on over, taking a back bend. It's kind of later in the day, so you might be very warmed up in the body already from moving around during the day. And ultimately, we'll hold our downward facing dog for 2 more breaths. And when you're in your downward facing dog, you want the thumb and index finger side of the hand firmly down, eyes and the elbows looking at each other. Lower belly pulled in, up and back, legs straight, heels descending, heels hiding behind the toes, and crown of head coming toward the mat. You should be flat onto the palms. Make sure and strengthen through the arms, strengthen through the legs. Then look to the space between your hands. And we're going to walk up into that space, taking the feet hip distance or wider. Then you should bend your knees as much as you need to get your upper body, low ribs, touching high thighs. If you have a back issue or you're pregnant, leave your hands on the ground for added support. Otherwise, grab opposite elbows, put your thumbs in the creases of your elbows, and then turn your head right and left in a no motion, and nod your head in a yes motion. You can take your head around in little circles, going in both directions. Stilling the head, we switch the grip, putting the opposite forearm in front, and then moving the hips from side to side. Bend alternate knees as you move your hips, sway back and forth, and take a little bit of weight forward towards the toes, so your hips align over your ankle bones. And then find stillness in the center line. Hang your arms to the ground like a rag doll. If you are back injured or you're pregnant, you're going to keep your feet hip distance, your knees bending. You'll walk your hands up your bent legs. Otherwise, toe heel the feet so they come side by side. Hit the thighs back, tucking the tail down. Slowly round yourself upright. And once you're upright, you're vertical, you can take your shoulders down and back twice. Come to the very top of your mat. Toes, heels, ankles touching unless you're modifying. Bring your hands to heart center. Connect with your breath. Eyes open. Take an inhale and raise your arms upward towards the sky. And on the exhale, bow forward. Look, take your left foot and step it back. Knee down, arms up and back, low lunge. Put your hands to the mat. Step back and lower down to the ground. Keep your hands where they are, tops of feet down. Inhalation, Bhujangasana Cobra. And then exhalation, Adho Mukha Svanasana, down dog. Inhale, breath, left foot forward, low lunging. And come up to forward bend. Rise up, take a tiny arch back, and on the exhale, bow. Head relaxed. Right foot back, knee down, low lunge. Hands to the mat, step back, lower down to the ground. Hands stay where they are. Inhalation, cobra. Exhalation, down dog. Taking the right foot, step it up. low lunge, and come up to forward bend. Rise up, arc it back, bow. Head relaxed, left side, knee goes down, low lunge, hands to the mat, lower to the floor, hands stay where they are, inhalation, cobra, exhalation, down dog. Take the left foot, step it up, low lunge, and come up to forward bend. Rise up and back, and bow. Head relaxed, right side, knee is down, hands to the mat, lower to the floor, curl it up for cobra, and press it back to down dog. Take the right foot, step it up, low lunging, and come up to forward bend. Rise and bow. Left side, knee goes down, step it back, lower to the floor. This time go wide, high on the fingertips. Curling it up, auspicious cobra. Exhale, press it back. Left foot comes forward, low lunge. Come up, forward fold. Rise up and back, bow. Head relaxed, right side, knee goes down. Step back, lower to the floor. Take it wide and high. And then bring it back to down dog. Take the right foot, step it up, and come up to forward bend. Rise up and back, and bow. Left side, knee goes down. Step back, lower. One more time like the last time, wide and high. Curl it up. Okay, press it back. Up to the left, low lunge. And come up to forward fold. Rise. And bow. Right side. Lower the ground. Wide and high. Bring it on back. Come up with your right. Deep forward fold. Take it up and back. Bow. Left side. Knee goes down. Step back. Hold. High push-up plank. Left hand, left foot to center line. Step right on left. Vashisthasana. Add variations if you like. Holding the pose. If you need to modify, you put your knee down. For 3, 2, hands to the mat. Hold that high push-up plank. We're learning chaturanga. Pressing back through the feet, strengthening the arms. Get that space in your upper back. Start bending the elbows straight back. Hover from the floor. Curl the chest up. Let the tops of the feet roll through. Curl over the toes. Down dog. Beautiful. Left foot up. Low lunge. Deep forward bend. Up and back. Bow. Right side. Step back, hold. High push-up plank. Right hand, right foot center stack. Vashisthasana. Mirror match your sides. High push-up plank, hold that pose. Pressing back through your feet. Pressing with the hands as you lift the upper back. Elbows straight back. Hover. Curl the chest up. Press back. Up with the right. Deep forward bend. Rise. Bow. Left side, knee goes down. Step back, lower chaturanga. Curl it it into upward dog. Bring it to down dog. Left foot up. Low lunge. Deep forward fold. Come up and back. And bow. Right side, knee goes down. Keep breathing. Lower, chaturanga. Curl it up. Bring it up. Up to the right. Deep forward bend. Rise. And bow. Left side, knee goes down. Last round of sun salutation. A. You've got this. Lower, chaturanga. Curl it up. Bring it back. Up to the left. Deep forward bend. Rise up and back. Bow. Right side, last side. Lower, chaturanga. Upward dogs. Downward dog. Right foot up. Now when you complete this side, hold your forward fold at the top of your mat. Take some distance between your feet. Use your hands pressing down, pulling the shoulders back away from the ground. You may want to turn your head right and left in the no motion, nod your head yes. And then take some variations. You can interlace behind you, you can scoop your heels or step on your palms. You might want to traction your neck, interlacing behind the head, lengthening the elbows down toward the ground. More breaths. Release your variations. Toe, heel, and feet side by side unless you're modifying. Bending your knees. Sit to your imaginary chair. This is Utkatasana. Shoot it up and bow. Look up halfway. You're going to step or jump back. Lower, curl it up, bring it back. Up with the left, warrior one, hold the pulse. Left knee bending 90, right leg straight. Outer edge of right foot is on the mat. More advanced, so arms are in line with the side bodies and they're straight. Hands together, head back. Good, hands to the mat. Step back, lower. Curl it up. Bring it back. Right side. Holding warrior one. Square the chest forward. Arms in line with the side body straight. So if that means your arms are open in order to make that happen, that's okay. Head can go back. Hands to the mat. Step back and lower. Curl it up and then press it back. In the sun salutation B's, we start to get an appreciation for down dog. To rest. Palms flat, fingers spread wide. Look up, step or jump, fold, bend your knees. Sitting in your chair, shoot it up, and then bow down. Look up halfway, come on back, lower, step it down. Inhaling, exhaling, left foot up, warrior two. Chest is facing long mirrored walls. Arms are extended. To the right and left to shoulder height. Knees stacked directly over ankle, right leg is straight. Right foot turned in slightly. Take two more breaths. knee is over your ankle. Arms extended at shoulder height. Inner upper thighs are pressing apart. Left side of the ribs are drawn back. Press through the heels, don't grip with the toes. Hips are coming lower. Chest rises, but not just on the front. Lift the whole chest up. Gaze is to the right. Take one more deep breath here. Come a little bit lower. Get stronger. Fantastic. Change. Hands go down. Pull your belly in. Step your foot back. And lower. Curl it up. Press it back. 2 breaths in downward facing dog. Look up, step or jump. Fold, sit down in your chair. Shoot it up, and bow. Look up, come on back. Curl it up, press it back. Left foot up, warrior 2. Come directly in, nice and strong. Look to the right, slide to the left, with the left hand down, bring the right arm over. Back injured pregnant, arm up, straight in line with the shoulder. Shoulder issue, hand to hip. Turn the waist, turn the chest, turn the shoulders. Turn the neck if it's comfortable. Inhale upright. Turn your feet so that they face long mirrored wall. Parallel your feet. Tailbone down. Roll the chest open. Hinge forward. Hands to the mat. Elbows bending, walk it back. Grab the ankles, head to the ground. Bend your knees a lot. Your knees get extended in your spine. Good. Pull the shoulder blades down the back. The line is dynamic, and we teach you tonight how to do what is called work the pose. If you bend your knees, you will feel the torso start moving closer to the floor. Lift the sitting bones higher. Draw your shoulder blades down, bend your elbows. Put your head on the ground, and then add your legs. Work the pose. Let's take 2 more breaths here. So going wider with your feet is not the solution. Finding the length within your body is what gets you in the pose. These are good. Good. And then inhalation, rise. Toe heel in twice. Turn right foot in deep. Turn your left foot to face forward. Put your left hand on your hip, raise your right arm up. Lean back, lift the chest on all sides. And now start to come forward, and when you get parallel with the ground, put your right hand on the outside of your left foot. Lift your left arm up, coming into the revolving triangle. Squeeze your thighs, pull in your belly. If you can't reach the outside, put the hand on the inside of the foot. Rotating the waist. If you need a block, put your hand on a block. Good, then fold into Uttanasana, head to knee. Kind of unwind, move the hands down. This feels more relaxing. And it actually is more relaxing to your nervous system than that last one. Level your hips. Let's turn the hands around so that the fingers face the parking lot. Try to get your palms down. If your hands are too far forward, it might be more challenging, so just bring them back, maybe in line with your ankle. Spread the fingers wide. Breathe into those tight spots. It's interesting, the forearms get tight. And then bring the hands above the head in prayer. Inhalation, rise. Step to the top of the mat. Bend your knees. Open your arms and cross your left underneath your right. And then cross your left leg over your right. Wrap your foot as you're able. Eagle. Get those elbows up. Align with the shoulders. And then you can fly your eagle forward. If you're pregnant, stay upright and do not wrap your foot. Same thing for a knee injury. Don't wrap the foot, but you can come forward if you're knee injured. Squeeze, lower, and release. Arc back, and bow. Look up halfway. Come on back. Lower. Inhalation, exhalation. Fantastic. Let's do the other side. Take your right foot up. Warrior two. Come directly in. Look left, slide right. Right hand down, left arm, up or over, you choose. Turn the weights in the chest and the shoulders and the neck. Modify if necessary. Inhale, come up. Turn your feet so they face the long orange wall. Tailbone down. Roll the shoulders back. Exhalation, come forward. Take arm variations if you like. Look down in your head when you get down there. Or just take it same way as before. Working that pose. Bend the knees, extend the spine. Let the head come towards the brow. And back to the legs. Walk the hands further back. Then grab your ankles. Draw your shoulders back, bend your elbows. Pull the ankles to the outside. It'll help you to open your chest better. And then once you've done that extension coming through your spine, you can work on straightening your legs, going deeper. Couple more breaths. Squeeze the outer thighs, up and in. Move the breastbone closer to the mat. Headstand or come down. Good, and walk your hips forward. You can toe heel in here twice. Inhale, rise. And then turn your left foot in and your right foot forward. Put your right hand on your hip. Lift your left arm. Lengthen, lean back a bit. And then as you come forward, when you get parallel with the ground, let's spin it, taking the left hand to the outside of the right foot this time. Revolving that triangle. The palms of the arm that's stretching up is facing the long mirrored wall. Then fold into Uttanasana. Pyramid pose, level your hips. Work that right hip back, left hip forward. Relax your neck. Great place to reconnect with your breath. Let's turn the hands around. Okay, inhalation. Come up. One step to the top, open the arms. Right under left. Bend the knees. Taking right leg up and over left. Wrapping your foot as you're able. Align. Squeeze. Sitting deeper and lower. You have 3, 2, 1. Stretch it up. And bounce. Look up. Come on back. Step or jump. Inhale. And exhale. Walk your dog a little bit. Then hold your dog. More breaths. Look up. Step or jump. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees. now lengthen, exhale, fold. If you're injured in your back or you're pregnant, side body on side. Helps with shoulder issues too. Pull that right hip in, move that left hip forward. Relax your neck. Arms more deeply over. Push them up and over. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, flow. Look up, step or jump. Fold. Sit down in your chair. Shoot it up. And on the exhale, bow forward. Look up halfway. Come on back. Lower. Step or jump. Chaturanga. Inhale for up dog. Exhale for down dog. Take your left foot and bring it up for warrior one. And as soon as you are up, flow right back down. The right side. Bring your hands 1 inch forward. Bring your toes 1/2 inch back. Bend your knees, lift your feet higher. Let your chest come toward your thighs. Flat the palms firmly. And then hit the thighs back. Heels closer to the ground. Now get stronger. Up and step or jump. Fold. Bend your knees. Sitting down in your chair. Last B. Shoot it up and bow. Look up. Come on back. Curl it up. Press it back. Left foot up. Warrior one. If you'd like, open hearted. Bend those elbows. Lift the chest. Flow. Right side. One more breath. You've got this. Get stronger. Look up. Step or jump. Fold in. Bend the knees. Sit down in the chair. Come up. Hands to the heart. Good evening. Have some water. Bolsters are in the lobby. So take water whenever you need to. So I'm just going to speak from my mat in the center of the room. So if you don't mind, if I'm behind you, then just go ahead and turn around, and I'll tell you what we're working on. So we're going to be working on how to work the pose. So a lot of times what happens these days is some trainings are phenomenal. And we fall into that category. But people just go to these like weekend trainings, or they're working somewhere at the gym and they're like, we need a yoga instructor. And they're like, you teach aerobics, you come do this. And so you end up getting run through like a routine with not a lot of knowledge. And so that's not actually what we're doing, okay? These poses are designed, whether you ever do this or not, the poses are designed to help you have enough awareness in your physical body that you can actually start to tame your mind, so that you're in good enough physical condition that you can sit for long periods of time, so that you can move your mind from a state of concentration into meditation. And once you reach the ability to be able to meditate, then you start to understand what it's like to be on this planet without letting everything you see, hear, touch, feel, and smell and taste influence the way that you are. It's just part of the landscape. Everything in the outside world is to help you understand who you truly are, to find your true nature. And that is it. And so there's a lot more to it, and there's whole entire courses, of course. And I recommend that you read the Yoga Sutras if you're ever interested in going a little deeper and further into your actual yoga practice. When you do a pose, you have the ability to access different areas of the body, wake them up, help to improve their strength, the vitality. So we're trying to do that. So when you get in the pose, if you just wait for it to be over, you're just hanging out in a hot room, waiting for it to be over. But we're going to work the pose, paying attention to each and every moment. Whether you do it awesome or not is really not the point. When you actually start to get it, the pose will look exactly and feel exactly how it's supposed to. The two things come together. It's called an aha moment. When you first start, it happens a lot because everything's new and you start getting it. But then there's like this plateau. And if you're at that plateau, I promise you, not only does it get better, it becomes more profound, deeper, and outstanding. And you actually start experiencing happiness and peace. So we're going to come to the top of our mat. We're going to move into the rest of our practice. I know this is level 1, but you might as well know what you've gotten yourself into. Okay, let's come to the top of the mat. Take a cleansing breath, or 12. Bring your hands to heart center. You've gotten yourself onto a mat. Someday, if not in the next 5 minutes, you will feel happiness. Take a cleansing breath. Be here. It's a good moment. And then inhale, raise your arms. And on the exhale, bow. And then look up. And come on back. Low. Inhale. And exhale. So I'm going to give you some details. In the downward facing dog, the objective is not to feel some profound, crazy stretch in one or another area of the body. It's actually to feel complete equanimity. Now, if you're tight in a particular area, you'll feel it stretching more. And your awareness will come into that area, realizing, wow, this area of my body is quite tight. I'm going to work on opening it. Then there's going to be spots that you don't feel at all. For instance, as you're breathing from your shoulders all the way to your wrists. Just focus there for a moment. And what part of your arm do you feel the most? And if it's your shoulder and your wrist, or your elbows, then you've missed 3/4 of the rest of the arm. Grip a little with the tips of your fingers on your mat.
so they're not gripping for dear life, holding you on the floor. Downward facing dog, working the pose. Take your left foot and step it forward for triangle. Come directly in. Left hand is behind left ankle. If it's difficult for you to reach the floor, put your block right behind your ankle and put your hand on the block and put your fingers in the same direction as your toes. Use props so that you can align. If you press down into the block, you'll be able to pull your shoulder blades down. Pull your belly in. Engage your left leg, engage your right leg, and then engage both of your legs at the same rate at the same time. Don't throw your top arm back. Now put your top hand on your hip and bend your forward knee. And move your left hand forward and lift your right leg, coming into Ardha Chandrasana half moon. Once you realize that you can actually balance on the one foot, which can be challenging in and of itself, so really be honest. And also feel a little bit of contentment and maybe even a little happiness about being able to balance on one foot. You know, many people cannot balance on one foot. And then start to work the pose. Can you bring more weight to your standing heel? Can you engage both of your legs at the same rate at the same time? Reach through both arms better. Lift the chest more. Good, and then put the hands onto the floor. Place the feet side by side. Fold in deeply. Look up halfway, and then we're going to bring it back. You can step or you can jump. Inhalation and exhalation. Now we're going to take the right foot up for triangle, and you come directly into your pose. Both legs are straight. Right hand is behind right ankle, either on a block or on the floor. Don't throw your arm behind you, keep it straight up. Pull the shoulder blades down, lengthen the side bodies. Engage your right leg, engage your left leg, engage both your legs at the same rate at the same time. Turn your waist, turn your chest, turn your shoulders, turn your neck. Put your top hand on your hip. Bend your forward knee. Move your right hand forward and lift your back leg up. Coming into the half moon. Noticing that you're balancing on that one foot and noticing the natural fluctuations that are in the mind and in the body. And how as you make a choice over and over again in each moment that you're in the pose, that you're going to stay balanced in this pose. Notice if there are areas that you could relax a little more and others that you could engage better, like your thighs and your low belly. Now create more freedom in your chest. Strengthen both of your arms. And then place your hands down, put your feet side by side, and fold in deeply. Look up halfway, and then step or jump back. And lower. Inhalation and exhalation. Work your down dog. So as you work your pose, you're getting the most benefit out of your pose. Now there comes a point also where you're not just moving around, you hold the pose. And you breathe into it so that you can notice even more things, but things that are more subtle. Not as obvious as just balancing or something like that on the foot. Bring your feet toward each other. Take your left leg up. And then bring it forward for Anjayasana, crescent lunge. If you need to modify the pose, you can put your back knee down. You should be able to follow your back foot with your left knee bending at 90 degrees. Two more breaths. Twist it. Take your right elbow to the outside of the left thigh.
Make a fist with your right hand, palm it with your left. Turn the waist, chest, shoulders, neck. Frame your forward foot with your hands and then lift into standing split. Walk your hands back towards your standing foot, even an inch. Use your right hand for balance. Reach behind your left. And lift your legs in the air higher and higher, bringing your forehead on or close to your shin. Engage more. Open the chest better. Beautiful. Step the feet side by side. Bend your knees now. And sit down in the imaginary chair. Shoot it up, and then bow down. Look up, come on back. Curl it up, press it back. Feet toward each other. Right leg comes up. Stepping it forward. Anjaneyasana. Crescent. More breaths. These look really good and twist. Bringing the left elbow to the outside of the right thigh this time. Turn and rotate. Amp up your back leg. You'll be able to lift your chest more. Frame your forward foot. And then lift, standing split. Let's walk those hands back just a bit. Take it to where you did on the other side. Lifting that leg so high you can't see your toes. Go deeper. If you're holding tension all in your rib cage, use that strength in your legs instead and create freedom in your ribs. Breathe, go deeper. 3, 2, 1. Feet side by side. Bending the knees. Sitting in the chair. Shoot it up and bow. And look up. Let's bring it on back. Upward dogs. Downward dogs. Down on the knees. Dolphin. Forearms on the ground. If you're newer, interlace. Otherwise, frame a block if you like, with thumb and index, or just palms down. Elbows narrow of shoulders, toes tucked forward. Inhale, upper back. Exhale, lift the seat, up and back, walk toes towards nose. Don't let the head touch the floor. Don't let your shoulders exceed your elbows. Keep the shoulders in line with or slightly behind the elbows. Your heels can come down on the ground. Okay, rest. Balasana Child's. 2 breaths. Slowly come up and stand on your knees. Bring your big toes so they touch. And those of you that want to go all the way back into Kapotasana, you're more advanced, you're welcome to. Otherwise, just wide leg camel. Hands can be at the hips or at the heart. If you have a low back issue, support your sacrum with fists or with your thumbs. Let's loop the tail down, roll the chest open, and arc backwards. Grab your heels. difficult to reach your heels, you can always tuck your toes so that you can reach your heels more easily. One more deep breath. And then inhale, come up. Exhale. Beautiful. And then come back into downward facing dog. Lift up your left leg. Bring it forward for half pigeon. Half pigeon, you lay the knee down, the shin down. You send your right leg straight back. If your left buttock is floating off the ground, put a block underneath your left seat so that you can balance and level your hips. Exactly. Perfect. You should also adjust your shin so that the shin is as parallel to the front of the mat as possible without feeling and pulling in your knee. Okay, so when the hip stops opening, then it goes to your knee. So that's your indication. Lift the chest and then drag the chest forward, nicely. Lay your torso on your side. Let your head come to the ground. If it doesn't reach comfortably, you can put your hands one on top of the other so that your head can rest on your hands. Back your hips up a little bit if you can. Lengthen your chest further forward. Inhalation, come up. Use your belly strength, tuck those back toes, and bring the left leg back into downward facing dog. Let's take the right leg up, bring it forward, half pigeon. You want to balance out your hips, adjust your shin, left leg straight back, right knee straight forward, lift the chest, and then drag the chest forward. Come up. This time bring your back leg forward. Come into boat. Legs up, arms straight forward from the shoulders. If you are pregnant, bend your knees and put your hands behind you for added support. If it feels like too much, then just forego the pose. Get Sit Baddha Konasana with your feet together. Knees open. Beautiful. Place the feet down and slowly articulate your spine down to the ground. Now you can go into either bridge pose or wheel. So you choose. You're going to turn your fingers towards your heels for wheel. If you're going to bridge, keep your arms down by your side. I'm going to do bridge tonight. And then go ahead and loop the tail under. That goes for everyone. Take an inhale to chest. And then begin to come up. Bridge, bring the upper arm bones under so they're a little closer together. You turn your palms over.
Okay, slowly lower. Take a breath. If you need to take a cleansing breath, we're going to do it one more time. If you did bridge on that last one and now you want to do wheel or vice versa, have at it. All right, set it up. And here we go. Inhalation, chest. Exhalation, come on up. And low. Feet together, knees open. Supta Baddha Konasana. Rest. Take a few breaths. Get the legs up though, higher than the heart. So you can lay on your back and lift your legs up. You can stand on your head or your shoulders. If you want to, you can just put a block underneath your sacrum. This is a nice option, especially if you have any kind of low back ache ever. Make your way down and rest for 6 breaths.
We'll take Matsyasana fish. So bend your knees, lift your seat up, trap your hands under your seat with your palms facing down. Extend your legs. Press into your elbows as though you were going to look into the parking lot. And then let your head come back. Press into your elbows, tuck your chin, bend your knees, lift your hips, and go ahead and put your seat down. Then we're going to move into supine twist now. So pick up your hips and move them over to the left, and pull your knees into the chest. From here, we're going to drop the knees over to the right. The top leg, followed by the bottom. Pick up your hips, move them over to the right, pull the knees in, and drop them to the left. Lift your top leg, followed by your bottom. Bring it center with the hips. And extend both your legs as you're able at the same time. Bring your arms down by your sides so your palms face up. And one way to make sure that your head's in the center is to bring your chin to your breastbone, look down at your navel, and then put your head back down. Close your eyes. Rest. Sometimes it's hard to know what happiness feels like unless we know the opposite. Feel sadness or elation versus anger, frustration. This is about anger, how to process anger. Give up anger, give up pride, and free yourself from worldly bondage. No sorrow can befall those who never try to possess people and things as their own. Those who hold back rising anger like a rolling chariot are real charioteers. Others merely hold the reins. Conquer anger through gentleness, kindness. Conquer anger, greed through generosity, and falsehood by truth. Be truthful.
strive continually for nirvana, enter the state of peace beyond all selfish passions. There's an old saying, people will blame you if you say too much. They will blame you if you say too little. They will blame you if you say just enough. No one in this world escapes blame. There never was and never will be anyone who receives all praise or all blame. But who can blame those who are pure, wise, good, and meditative? They shine like a coin of pure gold. Use your body for doing good, not for harm. Train it to follow your purpose in life. Use your tongue for doing good, not for harm. Train it to speak kindly. And use your mind for doing good, not for harm. Train your mind in love. The wise are disciplined in body